Once, in the small, sleepy town of Macomb, Alabama, lived a young girl named Scout Finch. She and her brother, Jem, spent their days exploring their neighborhood, fascinated by the mysterious Boo Radley, the reclusive man who lived down the street. Macomb, though quiet on the surface, was simmering with deeply rooted prejudice, a division Scout was yet too young to understand. Their father, Atticus Finch, was a lawyer, and to Scout and Jem, he was the epitome of wisdom, fairness, and compassion. The summer they would never forget began when Atticus took on a case that would shake their town to its core. Tom Robinson, a black man, had been accused of raping Mayella Ewell, a poor white woman. Despite knowing the odds were stacked against him, Atticus was determined to defend Tom, not only because he believed in justice, but also because it was the right thing to do. As Scout watched her father from the courtroom gallery, the world began to reveal itself in all its complexity. Atticus stood tall, calmly presenting evidence that clearly showed Tom's innocence, demonstrating that Mayella's claims were false and driven by societal pressures. But in Macomb, truth often didn't matter when it came to race. Despite Atticus's brilliant defense, Tom was convicted by an all-white jury. Scout and Jem, once naive and innocent, were confronted with the harsh reality of racism and injustice. Jem, in particular, struggled to reconcile the verdict with his belief in fairness. How could the people they grew up around, the neighbors they trusted, uphold such an obvious wrong? As the trial ended and life in Macomb seemed to return to normal, the lessons lingered in the air. Atticus had shown Scout and Jem what it meant to stand up for what was right, even when the world was against you. He taught them that moral courage isn't always about winning, but about persevering in the face of overwhelming injustice. Meanwhile, the mysterious Boo Radley, who had once been the subject of childhood fears and fascination, slowly became a symbol of misunderstood kindness. In a surprising turn of events, Boo emerged from his isolation to save Scout and Jem when they were attacked by Bob Ewell, Mayella's vengeful father. For Scout, the final moments of the novel revealed a profound truth. The world isn't divided into good and bad, but filled with shades of gray. As Scout stood on Boo's porch at the end of the story, seeing the world from his perspective, she realized the importance of empathy and understanding. Atticus's words echoed in her mind, "You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it." To Kill a Mockingbird is more than just the story of a trial. It's a coming-of-age tale where Scout learns about the complexities of human nature, morality, and the pervasive injustices of society. Harper Lee weaves a tale that reminds us that, though the world may be unfair, the fight for what is right must never cease. It is a story of compassion, moral courage, and the enduring hope that even in the darkest corners, light can emerge.